أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي بمحمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله: There are two kinds of people from my community who, if they are sound, my community will be sound, and if they are corrupt, my community will become corrupt. The Prophet was asked, and who are they, O Messenger of Allah? He replied, the jurists and the leaders. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله: صنفان من أمتي إذا صلحا صلحت أمتي وإذا فسدا فسدت أمتي. قيل يا رسول الله ومن هما؟ قال الفقهاء والأمراء. الفقهاء والأمراء، إذا صلحوا هؤلاء الاثنين الفقهاء والأمراء صلحت الأمة، وإن فسد فسدت الأمة. With Islamic transaction, we reach to issue number 1930. Still we are with the zakah of the cows. Even if the cows, sheep and camels possessed by a person are unhealthy and defective, that means these cows, these sheep, these camels are what? They are sick, not good, not healthy. He should pay zakah on them. He should pay zakah on them. When they reach the number of zakah, okay, they should pay zakah, or he should pay zakah. Issue number 1931. If all cows, sheep, camels and camels possessed by a person are unhealthy and defective, he can pay zakah, he can pay, please omit the L. He can pay zakah from amongst them. That means what? That means the owner of the sheep, the camels, the cows, since he has these unhealthy, so he should pay the zakah from them, not from the healthy, or he's going to buy a healthy one and pay it as zakah. No, he can pay from the unhealthy one. However, if all of them are healthy and young and with no defects, he cannot pay the zakah liable on them from the unhealthy. So here, what does it mean, this issue? This issue, it means that this person or this owner, he should pay the zakah from the same kind of the cows, camels, and sheep he has. If he has the unhealthy, all of them they are unhealthy, he can pay the zakah from the unhealthy. If he has the healthy cows, healthy camels or sheep, he should pay from what? He should pay from the healthy one, not from the unhealthy one. In fact, if some of them are healthy and others are unhealthy, and some are defective and others are without any defect, بعضها مريض بعضها غير مريض بعضها معيب بعضها غير معيب, and some are old and others are young, the obligatory precaution is that he should give as zakah those animals which are healthy. As what? As obligatory precaution, have no defect and are young. So if this owner, he has some of these cows, some of these sheep, some of these camels are healthy, others are not healthy, some of them are defect and others are not defect, some of them are young, others are not young. So from which kind he can pay zakah? He, as obligatory precaution, pays zakah from the healthy and young, from the healthy and young ones. Issue number 1932. If before the expiry of the 11th month, if you remember, we said the khums year is when you enter to the 11th, at the beginning of the 11th month, here you should pay khums. That doesn't mean you have to enter to the 12th month. Only the 11th month, with the rest of the conditions should be fulfilled. If before the expiry of the 11th month a person changes his cows, what he did before the expiry of the 11th month, he changed his cows. He gave his cows, these cows, and took another cows, or he changed his sheep and camels with something else, or changed his taxable limit, or he changed his taxable limit with an equivalent number of the same kind of animals. For example, if he gives 40 sheep and takes a new 40 sheep, it is not obligatory on him to pay zakah. It is not obligatory on him to pay zakah if this was not done to avoid zakah. But provided that this person, he wants to change his cows or his sheep or his camels, but this, when it happens before the end of the 11th month. Before the end of the 11th month. Why it happened? For example, this person, he finds somebody to change his cows with him, and he finds it is a good business for the sake of business, not for the sake of running away of the zakah. No. But he finds that this is a good opportunity to obtain money. This is a good trade. So he did it. Since he did it for the sake of a trade, for the sake of other reasons than what? For example, to change the kind or the type of the sheep he has, or the cows he has, or the camels he has, okay? But not for the sake of escaping or avoiding paying zakat. Is this understood? In this case, he does not need to pay what? The zakah. What we have here, look, here we need that the same cows, the same sheep, the same camels should be under his control for the whole 11th month. If they change for some reason, even with the same number of the taxable limits, he is not going to pay what? Zakah. But not for avoiding the zakah. Not for avoiding the zakah. بينهما بين الله. If he changed them for avoiding paying zakah, he should pay zakah. But if he changed them not for avoiding the zakah, but he found it is better to change what? His sheep. It is better to change his cows. So it doesn't matter. And he doesn't need to pay zakah this year. This is different from khumus. What I want to refer to, this is different from khumus. Listen to this. For example, I have 1 million IQDs this year. I paid 200,000 IQDs as khums. How much left? 800 IQDs. 800,000 IQDs left as what? As رأس المال مخمس. The whole year I used this money. I changed this money. Okay? I spent this money, but before رأس السنة الخمسية, before the day of khums, I have what? I have 3 millions IQDs. 3 millions IQDs. Now, the original 800,000 IQDs has been what? Changed. Very good. Has been changed. Now, shall I pay the khums for the 3 millions, or shall I pay the khums for 2,200,000? No. 2,200,000. Why? Because it is not a condition. It is not a condition to keep the same sum. It is not a condition to keep the same sum. But it is a condition to have what? The number. With the khumus, the number. Put this in your mind. Yes, the 800 it's رأس المال مخمس. أنا ما يهمني إنه تغيرت ال25 صارت خمسينات. الخمسينات صارت خمسات. It doesn't matter to change the bills itself. No, I have what? The number. Not like what? Not like the zakah. Here is the point. In the zakah, I need the same sheep, the same cows, the same camels. Is this understood? Thank you. Yes, Sheikh.
If I want to trade, and my intention that I want to trade by having, for example, 40 camels or cows, growing them, farming them, treating them, and after maybe 6 or 7 months, I want to exchange them with other, maybe more than them, unhealthy, fit, and do the same, farming them, growing them, and also after when they become bigger, healthier, I do the same. So in this case, should I pay zakah or no? But in my intention, I want to trade in this way.
Yeah, if you want to trade in this way, and this is your job, This is your job. By growing up your money or increasing the number, by this you have to pay. You have to pay zakah. This is your job. No, what we are talking about, this is happened. This is happened not for as a habitual or as a business. Look, if before the expiry of the 11th month a person changed his cows, sheep, and camels with something else, or changed his taxable limits with an equivalent number of the same kinds of animals. For example, if he gives 40 sheep and takes a new 40 sheep, it is not obligatory on him to pay zakah if this was not done to avoid zakah. What you just said, it is your business. That you do it as a business, as a routine of your business. So you have to pay zakah. No, what we are talking about, this person, it happens with him once, not as a business. Is this understood, inshallah?
Thank you very much.
Yes, Sheikh, you have a question? The same question. Good. But if it was done to avoid zakah, then as an obligatory precaution, zakah must be paid if their benefits are common. Look, this is the answer of your question. Like if he exchanged milk giving sheep for milk giving sheep. Okay? So here he has to pay zakah. Yes, because if they are lesser, you do not have to pay zakah, because we have a limit taxable number. We mentioned that before. Now, issue number 1933. If a person who is required to pay zakah on cows, sheep, and camels gives that zakah from his other property. Look, he has cows, he has camels or sheep, and there is what? There is zakah on this number of camels, sheep, or cows. But he doesn't want to give zakah from this sheep or from this camels or from these cows. What he has? He has another cows, he has another sheep. He wants to pay from that sheep, from that camels, from that cows. Is it acceptable or no? Let's see. So, if a person who is required to pay zakah on cows, sheep, and camels gives that zakah from his other property, he should pay zakah on the animals every year as long as their number has not become less than that taxable limit. So, what do you got here? What do we got here? We got that the number of these camels, these sheep, these cows are the same. So the next year, because we didn't take from them, we took from the other property. So the next year we are going to pay from them or not? Yes. We have to pay. We have to pay because their number are what? Are reaching the taxable limits. So we have to pay from them zakah each year since the number are what? Are staying as it is. All right. Let's say but if he gives zakah from those very animals and they become less than the first taxable limit, payment of zakah is not obligatory on them. This is something natural. We explained it before. If we took zakah from these sheep, from these cows, from these camels, and the number is becoming what? Lesser than the taxable. Do we need to pay again? No, we don't need to pay. We do not need to pay again. For example, if a person who owns 40 sheep gives their zakah out of his other property, not from this 40, from the other cows, okay? Now the number of 40 cows still as it is or not? So next year he has to pay zakat from it or not? He should pay one sheep every year as long as their number does not become less than 40. And if he pays zakat from those very sheep, payment of zakah will not be obligatory on him till such time when their number reaches 40. This understood, inshallah. Zakat and business goods. You know what's the meaning of goods? بضائع. Goods earned by commutative contracts and set aside for investment. حط على شنو؟ للأرباح للفائدة. In business or profit earning is as a precaution liable for zakat if certain conditions are fulfilled. The rate of zakah is the rate of zakah is 140. Yes. عشر. Condition number 1. The owner of the goods should be baligh and sane. The owner of the goods should be baligh and sane. Baligh and sane. Baligh, not قاصر, and sane, not crazy. 2. The goods should have reached the taxable limit itself, which is equal to that of gold and silver. That the goods should be reach the same taxable limit of gold and silver. With gold, we mentioned 20 gold dinars. 20 gold dinars or 20 مثقals. 20 مثقال. The goods should have remained for 1 year ever since the owner intended to invest it for profit. That they are still for 1 year under his control. Condition number 4, sorry. The intention of investing it for profit should have remained unchanged throughout the year. Throughout the year, that his intention is what? Is for investment. The whole year. If the intention changed, like when he decided to spend it for maintenance, then he will not pay its zakah. مرة إنه واحد من الشروط إنه لازم النية مالته تبقى على مدار السنة إنه حاط هذا المن حاطها للربح. إذا خلال السنة غير رأيه قال لا أنا راح أخليها هاي مصرف وراح أصرف من عندها بعد ما يدفع من عندها الزكاة ما يدفع عليها الزكاة. Number 5. the owner should be actually capable of its disposal throughout the year. The owner should be actually capable of its disposal throughout the year. That this property or these goods are under his control for the whole year. He can spend it, he can do whatever, buy it, sell it, the whole year. The whole year. Throughout the year, the owner should have a buyer of the goods equal to the capital or more. Throughout the year, the owner should have a buyer of the goods equal to the capital or more. If during the year he gets a buyer for the goods for less than capital outlay, it will not be obligatory upon him to pay its zakah. على طول السنة يكون هذا قادر انه يبيعها ويشتريها، واذا اجا مشتري يبيعها باكثر من رأس ماله يكون يبيعها. اما اذا يعني قلت الاسعار نقول the prices reduced and he has to pay this amount with lesser than its capital، يعني يبيعها بأقل من شنو؟ من رأس مالها. إذا باعها بأقل من رأس مالها with lesser than its capital, so he doesn't need to pay zakah. He doesn't need to pay zakah for it. Okay, inshallah we will discuss these conditions. Disposal of the zakah. Issue number 1934. Zakah can be spent for the following 8 purposes. Zakah can be spent for the following 8 purposes. Number 1. It may be given to poor person. Who is the poor person? Who does not possess actual or potential means to meet his own expenses as well as that of his family for a period of 1 year. فقير قلنا الذي لا يملك قوت سنته. However, a person who has an art or possess a property اللي عنده حرفة أو عنده ملك or capital أو رأس مال to meet his expenses اللي يكفون مصاريفه is not classified as poor. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل